The Problem Child DLC is here for Undisputed, and players now have the option to purchase Jake Paul to play in Undisputed, plus 6 other legit boxers, including Buster Douglas. I've previously talked about my feelings on Jake Paul being used as the headline boxer in this DLC, and you should go watch that video after this if you want to know my feelings on the matter. Today though, I'm going to be talking about the price of this first Undisputed DLC post full game launch, and if I think it's worth it. I was surprised that when this DLC was announced last week, there was no price listed on the trailer or in any of the press releases. It almost felt a little underhanded the way Steel City Interactive were going about the DLC. If you've not seen, many players are not happy with the release of the game so far, and a paid DLC coming just 2 months after the game's launch left a bitter taste in some people's mouths. I've made my opinions clear on how I feel about the current state of Undisputed, and again, there are many videos on my channel with that information in, so I won't dwell on that here. The Problem Child DLC brings 7 new boxes to the roster and a bunch of alternate ring attire to some of the base game fighters, such as Deontay Wilder, Terence Crawford, and Lomachenko. So I couldn't find a price anywhere leading up to the DLC's release, but personally, I was expecting the price to be between probably £7.99 and £10.99 was what I was thinking. Imagine my shock when the 12th of December came and the Problem Child DLC was listed for £15.99, double what I had expected it to be. There is currently a PS Plus saving offer that runs through to Boxing Day, nice touch, saving players 20%, which brings the price down to £12.79 here in Britain. Most players will have PS Plus, so they will get that saving. But the base price is $15.99, which is a third of the cost of the actual game currently, while only offering a tenth of the boxes that were released with the base game. Also factor in the players who bought the deluxe edition of the game, who sure did score some extras when the game launched, and I thought that was a fair price as well. It was only £10 more for the deluxe, at least it was for me, but many of them aren't happy they don't get this DLC for free, or at least at some deluxe discount price. My worry going forward is how often are these DLC drops going to be? If they're priced at this price point every time, that will be crazy. Remember back to when the game was called Esports Boxing Club, and they were announcing all the boxes that they had signed. It was something like 200 boxes. Currently with this DLC, we're standing around 80 boxes, so that's potentially another 120 boxes to come, assuming all those deals have held through the development time. Let's round up to 10 boxes per DLC to give Steel City Interactive a little bit of leeway here. If they plan to release the rest of the roster via paid DLC, then that's 12 more packs to come, roughly. Of course, they might not do it all this way. Maybe some boxes will be added for free, and if they do mix in some freebies along with paid DLC, I think fans would find that okay. If they do plan to have regular paid DLC, maybe offering some sort of pass with a saving would be a good option too. So some sort of DLC pass that would make an overall saving on all those DLCs that are planned. Finally, it would be nice to have the option to just buy these boxes individually instead of via a pack. Maybe I just want Buster Douglas. If you offered him to me in the PS Store for £2, then I think that could be a happy solution, rather than me having to spend £12, currently £12, to get 7 boxes. If I could just spend 2 to get an individual boxer, that could be a good compromise. Let me know what you think of the Problem Child DLC price point, and if it concerns you going forward with Undisputed, and you should watch the next video on screen.